The last changeover period from period 7 to period 8, I think we experienced the SARS saga.
Because that time we don't know it's called COVID, but I say something like SARS is going to happen, and then really COVID came about. If you're interested to know more about this prediction, go back to my Facebook. I have the whole thing there. Another thing is because the reason I want to give this talk is that I take a look at next year's hexagram for next year and this year, and I find very interesting. So I intend to give a talk. I was thinking whether to do it publicly, and then one thing comes to mind is that I seldom have a chance to pay for lunch. Every time I go out with you all, eventually you will end up asking me some questions, and then I will take out, look at the parts, and then you'll feel obliged to pay. So I was thinking, let me just organize a 2-day event where I invite my most favorite customer, so to say. I actually have all become friends already. We have a closed door session, and then I have for rapport as well as for a little lunch. So that's why this is being organized. The fourth line, which is the yin line, it's just like a seed that's trying to break through the ground. We are talking about guaxiang, the symbolic nature of the hexagram. So it's like the tame is going to be able to tame the more powerful. In a hexagram, the most powerful or the strongest position is always the fifth position. From bottom up, count from bottom up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody knows why? No? They know why. Because the fifth line is the position of the emperor. Above the emperor is heaven already. So in our earthly rhyme, the strongest position is the fifth line. So you can see that the second position, because the Gua always change. When you change, the lines also change. The second position is going to overtake the first position very, very, very soon. Symbolically, the second position is going to be the strongest positions very soon. When the next lines change, the fourth position is in the correct position because that position belongs to the yin line. The fifth position is also the so-called is in the correct position because it's supposed to be a yang line. And the next change, when the next movement, the yin line will become the yang line, the whole configuration will change. So symbolically, the second position is going first position very soon. The Gua for next year is this Gua, De Feng Da Gua. It's called hexagram of great exceeding. It's hexagram of extreme. There's no middle ground. Either you go in direct confrontation or you withdraw and detach. There's no middle ground. So next year, everything is going to be fast, furious, confrontational. And now we look at the Gua Xiang, the symbolically of this Gua. It looks like if you see this as a beam in a temple or in a palace, this beam is a weak beam because the outside is already rotting, the top and part. So this beam is going to collapse anytime soon. So what it says is that either you take some action or you run away quickly. So this is what it symbolizes. Go home or hide somewhere, go and fight it out. At the same time, if you, in the family or whatever, if you ask for any kind of, let's say you have your phone number, you have this Gua. The reflection is that, you see, this is the yin line and that's the yin line. It shows that one mouth is on top, one mouth is below. So there are no talking, no communication. So if it's in a family orientation, that means the husband and wife is not on dialogue, it's not on talking terms. But at the same time, if confronted by outside forces, they will stand back to back and fight against external forces. That is on a micro basis of a family unit. On a macro level, it's still the same. We're already seeing that the world is forming blocks, the BRICS and the so-called G7 and US and all that. And this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is how the reflection of this Gua is all about. And at the same time, it's also what we call Da Kan Gua, big Kan Gua. The Kan Gua is of water element. If you condense these four yang line into one line, then it becomes a Kan Gua. So that's why this is called a big Kan Gua. A big Kan Gua means it's of water element. When we talk about water element, we talk about things like risk-taking, danger, gambling, that kind of stuff. So that reflects 2026. Extraordinary occasion needs effort. So this is the Gua for next year. Then let's look at the flying stars. This is the flying stars for this year. For those people who are not familiar with Chinese metaphysics, the position, the north is always below, north, south, east, west kind of thing, right? It's like that. This is the chart for period 9. You can see that the signal stars is in the west. The signal stars is in the west. And for 2026, the star 3 is in the west. Star 2 and star 3 are not favorable stars. Star 3 is untimely stars, or timely stars, and it represents the Zhen Gua, which is represented by thunder. So it's things like conflict, friction, slander, betrayal kind of thing will happen. And then when we look at for star 9, the signal stars is in the west. Number 2. So the west is integrating. There will be things like unrest, social disorder, kind of things will happen. For us, the southeast, we are in the Southeast Asia. There's this combination of star 8 and star 9. So we are in quite a pretty good position, so to speak.